I'm a longtime fan of this universe. I loved the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones. 6, if I want to push it, if I want to be generous. I absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, hated the last 2 seasons, particularly season 8, but I think people don't give enough shit to season 7 as well. Terrible writing. For the most part, I loved House of the Dragon, although there were definitely some issues with it. Believe it or not, the cliffhanger in the end of season 2 was not one of them in my books. I'm definitely in the camp of being patient and waiting and rather have it done right than get in a rushed mess as soon as possible. And I know that they had to cut 2 last episodes of the season. I don't count it as a flaw. It just had to happen, and I understand, and I just hope that season 3 is gonna be awesome. But anyway, I know nothing about this particular story, but I love the world, and I know that this is based on existing books, or at least I'm pretty sure that that's the case. I have not read them. I'm a fan of Martin's storytelling and the writing style, so as long as the creators of the show are faithful to the source material, I think it's gonna be great. Anyway, I can't wait to see this, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch the trailer.
I was squire to Sir Erlen of Pennytree since I was a boy. Charged me to
100
be a
years
good
before, I
knight.
think it's between
Defend the weak and the
House of the
innocent.
Dragon and Game of
I
Thrones.
swore that I would.
Are you Baelor Targaryen?
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Sorry.
Good old Game of Thrones humor and
Sir Duncan the
cussing.
Tall.
Never heard of him.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms then?
The good ones.
Roasted.
If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir.
Rob me?
I didn't know that they did chemo in Westeros.
I'll get some.
Where?
This is more humorous than I expected.
Boy, stop gaping. See to my horse.
I'm not a stable boy.
Is
my
this
lord.
Baelor
Not clever
Targaryen
enough.
that they mentioned?
I know I'm just a hedge
I hope
knight,
this doesn't spoil me
Sometimes
House of
I
the
think there
Dragon
could be
somehow.
more.
Like the succession to the throne. Ooh!
Why do you treat
Disgusting.
these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters.
These men have a name. Training. What chance do I have?
I have no chance.
Falling star brings luck to those who see
I
it.
bet he does. He'll prove everyone wrong.
So the luck is ours alone?
Actually, this is the world of Game of Thrones. He might not prove anyone wrong. He might just die horribly.
I need to fight honorably. But sometimes I think I buried my courage alongside the old man.
Okay, that helmet is
There are many
crazy.
men, there are many men. So be brave.
The-
Be just.
Oh my god. The action is always so visceral in these shows.
Be tall.
Is this a Baratheon? I got shivers. That's a good sign. Well, that was great. I didn't really have any expectations because, like I said, I don't know anything about it. It's certainly interesting how it seems to be from the perspective of a knight, because I'm used to stuff in this universe being centered around royalty and people trying to climb to the top. This seems like it's exploring a more personal and isolated story, and delves into the world of small folk, which I think had always been an afterthought in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. Also, when I was watching House of the Dragon, I've already noticed how the world shrunk to this one complicated family tree and a feud between them, and how in some ways I enjoyed that more than Game of Thrones, because I felt like staying with the same handful of characters and roughly the same area. Just zeroing in on this one overarching plot made it easier to humanize those characters and for me as a viewer to sympathize with them, I guess. And I think this might have the same positive effect. I doubt that this story impacts the world of Westeros at large, I could be wrong, of course, but the title speaks of irrelevance to me. A knight, there is no name, no identifier, so it's like it could be any knight at all, like it's random and insignificant. It could be a story of humble beginnings though, and a rise into power, or a story of seemingly a nobody that ends up making a huge difference, and the title is deceiving. But I like it so far. I like the look of it. The characters already intrigue me, and they barely had any lines or no lines at all. And of course, just the way it visually looks is always stunning, regardless of what the show it is. Even when the writing dropped considerably in Game of Thrones, they still deliver the visual aspects. It's always a spectacle, but it's never done over the top in a cheesy way, at least from the visual perspective. And there's always this gripping atmosphere, and of course the costume department of the charts. It has this authentic medieval feel without it being all just gray and I don't know, morose, even though it certainly has that gritty gray feeling, but somehow they managed to make things pop anyway, and just very detailed and attention gripping. I love it. I can't wait to see the story of Duncan, and also that little boy. I made a joke about chemotherapy being available in Westeros, but actually, what is wrong with him? I don't think that that's a cancer patient, right? I don't think that they actually have chemo, so could it be some condition? I'm not that familiar with people who are albino, but could it be that? But I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be bald. You just have discoloration of everything, so maybe like white hair and also red eyes. He didn't have red eyes, so probably not that. Could be some cultural thing, I don't know. But I'm definitely interested to find out. I'm editing the trailer right now, and as I got to the part where I'm discussing why that boy is bald, trying to come up with theories, and I mentioned albinos, but then I was like, no, they're not bald, they have white hair, and then my brain, as I'm editing, started combining those things, and I'm like, what if he's a Targaryen bastard, and that's why he's bald, because like he's shearing his hair to hide the fact that it's white, because it would be a dead giveaway of his ancestry. His baldness is not the only reason for me to think that, because also his name is Egg. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember if somebody referred to him as that in the trailer, but the subtitles said that when he was talking, and that reminded me of how the old man on the wall, Aemon Targaryen, he was like blabbering when he was passing away, and he was calling to his brother, he was calling him Egg, and I'm pretty sure that that's just like a nickname for somebody named Aegon. And I'm not saying that that is his brother, because I don't think that his brother was a bastard, right? And also it's 100 years before Game of Thrones. I don't think that Aemon Targaryen was that old. I don't know. I assume that it's probably just the typical nickname for anyone named Aegon. So maybe he's just another Aegon Targaryen, and he's a bastard, and he still somehow gets referred to as Egg. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I might be reaching here, but this is my crazy theory. Okay, I'm done. I hope that Duncan and the kid not gonna tragically perish in the show, but knowing this universe, I don't think that they're gonna have a happy end in one way or another. But maybe I'm wrong, because I did notice it was a more light-hearted tone in the show, so maybe they're finally gonna give us a break. It's gonna be a happy, heroic story. I doubt it, but I think that whatever it's gonna be great. I have a good feeling about this. I guess we'll see. I can't wait to watch this, and I'm definitely gonna be reacting to it on this channel, so if you want to see that, you better subscribe, and also like this video, and maybe leave a comment, tell me what you thought about this without any spoilers if you've read the books. I enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Thank you for watching, but for now, bye.